Let's take you now to a political punch on the buck stops here. And joining us on it is Shashi Tharoor, Union Minister, and Ravi Shankar Prasad, Deputy Leader of the BJP in the Rajya Sabha. Shashi Tharoor, if I may start with you. The Congress has, in a sense, made its position on Modi clear, but it has not really revealed what its strategy is to deal with Modi. Till now, the Congress could pretend that Modi did not matter, that Modi did not set the terms of the election agenda. Now, he is the Prime Ministerial candidate. The Congress's campaign cannot afford to ignore him, cannot afford to pretend that he doesn't exist. What is the Congress's counter-narrative to this moment?
Well, two things, Welka. First of all, I don't think we've ever said that he doesn't exist. We are pointing out, however, that ours is not a presidential system. We are not really looking at a system where the individual popularity of a particular politician is what determines the outcome of an election. We are looking at which party ends up with 272 seats, which party or which coalition, in order to be able to run our government. And frankly, it seems very surprising to me that the BJP imagines that under the leadership of Narendra Modi, it has a better chance of doing that than with anyone else. Second point is that India has traditionally been ruled or governed by people with a certain idea of India. They're conciliators, they're uniters, they're people with an interest in all aspects of our very diverse society and nation. Instead, the BJP has anointed a divider rather than a uniter at the head of its party. And so the question that comes to mind is, could there be an even starker choice for the nation than we already had between the Congress and the BJP, between the UPA and the BJP's face? Now that that face is Mr. Modi, I think the nation really sees a very, very clear choice. On top of all of this, we have our own record to run on. You and I have spoken about this yesterday. And we will run on 9.5 years of transformative governance. It will be 10 years by the time of the election. 10 years of transformative governance in which the face of India has been changed under UPA's administration, from the Right to Information Act to the Right to Education Act to the National Rural Employment Guarantee Act to now the Food Security Bill and the Land Acquisition Bill. We have transformed in so many ways our country for the betterment of the vast majority of our fellow citizens. That will be our counter-narrative.
But may I just ask you briefly before I get Ravi Shankar Prasad and Shashi, that when you say it's a clear choice, what is it a choice? What are these choices?
Well, it seems that the BJP has chosen to project somebody who, whether he likes it or not, carries an awful lot of baggage. The baggage is of somebody who has presided over a rather unpleasant massacre in his state. We are talking about the tragedy of 2002. But it's not just going back to one episode. It's all the attendant language, the rhetoric, the symbolism of the way in which Mr. Modi has positioned himself as a champion of only one section of our society, one religious group, to the exclusion and to the detriment of others. Versus a Congress party which has always been the party of secularism and pluralism, a party which has stood for a recognition that India is a diverse land where everybody has an equal stake, equal rights, and equal hopes. This, to our mind, is a very, very clear choice.
Ravi Shankar Prasad, now that the BJP has settled its leadership issue without, of course, we shouldn't gloss over the fact that L.K. Advani, your party patriarch, stayed away, even questioning the leadership style of Rajnath Singh. In many ways, would you accept that Modi's battle has just begun? There are those like Sudhindra Kulkarni, once with the BJP, who are saying, look, Advani stayed away. This is evidence that Modi has not even been able to unify his own party. So how will he carry everybody along with him in an age of coalition politics? Do you believe that Modi has to now reinvent himself and somehow learn to cast himself as a consensus builder instead of a confrontational leader?
Varka, first of all, today it is not only the moment of Mr. Narendra Modi, it is the moment of the people, for the people of the country, for the BJP workers, sympathizer, who are yearning for a change against the gross misrule, stinking corruption and economic decline of India. Regardless of the sterling eloquence of my good friend Shashi Tharoor, the state of India today is one of depression, one of distress, one of discomfort. It is a legacy of suffering India and insecure India. Therefore, the quest and yearning for change. And let me tell you, what is the USP of Narendra Modi, which is finding as the most popular leader, 46% and above in all the surveys, including on your channel. What I see is his leadership qualities, his firmness, his impeccable integrity and the record of governance. As far as India is concerned, surely I am willing to concede that Gujarat model cannot be exported straight away into India. There can be some consultation, there can be some modification. India is too diverse.